What if we did something like 1 and 2 and in a phone?
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. For today I have my August recap to go over with you, also known as August favorites. It's been a while since I actually did a recap video with you guys. I've just been so busy. I think the last video that I did was in April, so hopefully I can be a little bit more consistent. And because it's been a while that I've done an August recap video, it's a little bit muddled on what I felt like is some of my favorites in August. I think because of that I had to go through my phone and see what things I've done in August to ensure that it stays just in August, because truthfully I've already started my September recap in my phone, and if I can maintain doing that, I can consistently do these things. Gosh, Richelle, come on. But before we get started, my name is Rich. I love luxury. I love hype things. So if that is up your alley, why not help your girl out by subscribing and like this video? But let's get started. First of all, don't mind me. I'll be looking at my phone. But just like in August, in the past few other recap videos, I have 6 categories that I'm going to focus on. First is going to be luxury. Second is going to be beauty and body. Third is clothes and accessories. Fourth is going to be tech and home. Followed by 5 is entertainment. And 6 is going to be the favorite moment of the month. Let's start with luxury. It's no secret, I haven't done much unboxings this year to date besides any of the Murakami things and just little sparse here and there things. But there's one bag that I've been wearing throughout most of August that really made it hard for me to switch out of before. Now that I think about it, I'm not even sure if I had mentioned it in any of the other recap videos, but it's going to be this Goyard Capvert bag. And I think the reason why, actually I know the reason why I love this bag so much is because the slit in the front. Who knew that something so small would be the best part of this bag? This fits my iPhone 14 Pro Max. I know, time for an upgrade. It fits in very well and it's so easy to use because it's canvas. It is so lightweight. I don't regret buying this. This is the only current Goyard piece that I have in my collection besides a card case. Hopefully to add more, because the first time I've ever bought a Goyard piece, I never wore it that much and it was a taupe. But this has definitely, girl math, cost per wear has severely went down on this bag. Makes me want to buy more. Moving on to beauty and body. This, I actually have a few things that I wanted to share with you. If you watch any of my vlogs, I told you that I've been obsessed with Bretman Rock's hair, and his hair is just beautiful. Okay, so I remember watching a vlog. He is friends with someone that I do watch. Her name is Remy, and she talked about how Bretman Rock uses these items, and oh my gosh, from the very first wash it transformed my hair. It is going to be this Japanese honey shampoo and conditioner. So it's deep moist shampoo, and then this is the step 1, and this one here is a step 2. So as you can see, I only started using it like a couple weeks now. I've only used this much, and my hair has already been seeing so much improvement. It's so much more moisturized. It doesn't look as dry. And you know what? I've always kind of had a dry scalp. And guess what? This has been helping my scalp so much. And it even helps the oil that comes out of my head, that I can go day 3 without doing a shampoo, like a quick dry shampoo, and I'm good to go. But my hair looks so healthy. I've been loving this so much. I can't rave anymore about it. And it is literally less than half of how much I would spend on my current shampoo routine or hair routine, which is from Oribe. These can cost anywhere from $20 to $25 each, where an Oribe shampoo would cost anywhere from $50 to $60. So I'm so happy that this is now part of my collection. This is an holy, dare I say it, because I've only been using it for a couple weeks, dare I say that this is a holy grail item. I haven't bought makeup in a very long time. A lot of the times it's just been beauty products because it all starts with good skincare. Am I right? So I had to because I've literally ran through some of my items, and the first thing that I am going to rave about is going to be this 𝓭𝓲𝓼𝓬𝓪. This is their new blushes, and oh my, besides the really good packaging that has the bouncy, what feels like leather on the top, you have, of course it's a mirror, but look at how beautiful the blush is. It's literally what you see on the packaging is going to be what is on the blush. This color is called 37, not too sure, but it's called Make Me Blush, and this is so pigmented. Yes, it's a little bit, I think it's like $45. Yes, it's a little bit pricier. However, it is so pigmented, so beautiful that I want to buy more. And another thing that I needed to get because I used all of my old one is going to be this Westman Atelier Contour. This is in the color, they call it the Face Trace Contour Stick in the color Biscuit. And I used to use the Merit Beauty. Nothing's wrong with that. I just want to try something different. But this is the first time you see how this short part here, that's the cover. You're usually used to seeing it being the opposite way, but it is beautiful, very subtle packaging. This is my very first Westman Atelier. I just wanted to try it, but I've been absolutely loving it. The formula goes on smooth, and the last piece is going to be these Grüns gummy bears. And it helps support gut health, energy, immunity, recovery, beauty, and cognition. These Grüns have superfoods in them, and it helps with fiber and taking in more vegetables and fruits that you're not normally intaking. You just eat these once a day. I gotta admit to you, I'm inconsistent. However, it has helped me a great deal with my gut health, and I would highly recommend this. Third is going to be clothes and accessories. The one piece that I've been consistently wearing is going to be these Alice and Olivia cargo jeans. I have been in my wide leg era, literally bringing me back to the 90s. Like, I had these wide leg, low rise Calvin Klein pants that I really love, and I'm not into low rise because, you know, your girl is much older now. That was like decades ago, but I still really love these jeans. I love how all the pockets are there, and I also love the wash on these jeans. I've worn them so much. Again, we're talking about cost per wear now. It has significantly lessened because I get it. These pants are pretty expensive. I believe I spent a little over $300 on these. All the information that you need, I will place them down below, but these jeans are just so good. I hope they make them also in a khaki and or a olive green, because I love these pants so much. And in the beginning I told you about this girl that I follow and watch. Her name is Remy. I'm not too sure what her new married last name is, but Remy Cruz. I didn't know she has the same pants as well, and she loves them, and she looks so cute wearing it with like, she was wearing it with like a cropped jersey shirt. It was so cute on her and makes me love it even more. And then the last item for this category I've probably talked about in previous ones, but it's just hats, designer hats. For me, I love all types of hats, but I think designer hats are amongst one of my favorites. I just love them. As you know, as a hype bae luxury girl, of course I love them. And of course I love like Miu Miu ones, but this has been specifically one of my most favorite ones. It's the Louis Vuitton Hands hat, how it has the logo in the front, and then on the back it has the really cute panda and Louis Vuitton rainbow multicolor in the back. I just love me some designer hats. I love any hats. As you can see, if you follow me on social media, I'm always with a hat. Why? It's just easy to wear. It's such a great accessory to add to, you know, your look. So love these. Give me more. Now we're gonna go into tech and home, and I have 2 items in this category. I just recently purchased a big Dyson ticket item. It is not a hair dryer. It is not. It is their Big and Quiet, and it is so good. Prior to me having this Dyson Big and Quiet, I have a Molecule, which I really like as well. I've had it for years. I've currently moved it into the master bedroom to help with, you know, all of the air in the master bedroom. However, this Dyson was definitely needed downstairs, and she can test everything in your air. Formaldehyde, carbon monoxide. She is even great with food smells. So my husband and I actually bought like a little induction new wave stove to go outside, so when we have to prolong cook things like stews, stocks, etc., it doesn't smell out the house for days. So for example, and I've talked about this in a vlog, whenever we cook Millie's chicken, we cook it in a oven, and it smells, it makes the house smell like her chicken for 24 hours. That's how badly the airflow, the food airflow is in our home. Like I said, 24 hours. But with this Dyson, literally an hour or so and the smell is completely gone. I call her Big Gal. She has wheels, so you're able to rotate and push her wherever you need to in order for the smell to deplete in that area. So for example, too, I made longanisa. If you don't know what it is, it's a little Filipino sausage, and because you have to boil it to steam it to cook first, and then, you know, you have to fry it, it definitely leaves a lingering smell, and that was gone instantaneously. All I did was just shift her around, and she was able to clear out the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, and the office area so quickly. I highly recommend it. I think this Dyson, I know it is a big investment. However, if you do have allergies like I do, like my husband does, I get really bad sinus infections as well. She has helped so much. I can definitely feel the difference when I am in the room that she is in and when I'm not. Like for example, I also said that sometimes I feel like she gives us so much clean air. As soon as we're outside, we're sneezing, we're sniffling, our eyes are getting dry and itchy. It's just remarkable. Again, well worth it. And she's only needs a filter replacement every 5 years, unlike our Molecules. I say Molecules plural because we have a big one and mini ones around the house. They need replacements every 3 to 6 months, and the filters are expensive. And the second thing is going to be the most inexpensive thing in this video. It is going to be this plant thermometer. I am not a plant mama. I've killed numerous plants so many times that I have succumbed to being fake plant mama. But after buying this thermometer, I have to say, it is a quick turnaround. I have thriving plants, y'all. Thriving plants. I have one called White Wheezy. He's doing so well. He is a and you know what? This thermometer teaches me a lot more about these plants and what they need from me. So for example, White Wheezy, he needs lots of water. He drinks a lot of water. So every day I have to make sure I check on him and feed him, and he's been thriving. I even got Pinky. This is one that my husband wanted. She's also a thirsty gal, but she's thriving. She's made 3 new leaves now. I'm so excited. And I have my little lemon that's thriving. I just have to say, having this plant thermometer telling you whether they're dry, moisturized, and wet helps. It helps so much with keeping the life of your plants. And now I am happy to say that your girl is a plant mama, okay? Let's move on to entertainment. I have just 2 things for you. The very first thing is I've been in my One Piece era. It is an anime. It's like 26 seasons long, and I've tried watching it before in the past, and it was just a little too slow in the beginning for me. But once you get going, you're going. And now I am super obsessed, and I also have to say it is also due to Netflix. They did a live action, and your girl is a Zoro girl, as she says, wearing a green shirt. Not planned whatsoever, but Zoro's character is played by an actor named Makenyu, and wow, wow. His dad, if you ever watched Kill Bill, in one of the Kill Bill, sorry, I don't know which film it is, she goes to a sushi spot. That guy who makes the swords for her, that's his dad. Okay? Talk about legendary. But ever since then, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give the anime a shot. I've been hooked. Hooked on the anime version, and I just love One Piece. Since then, I've been buying random plushies of devil fruits. I've been buying random devil fruit accessories. I bought the whole One Piece Labubu blind boxes. If you haven't seen it, I will post it here or I'll link it somewhere. But I've just been in my One Piece era. I just love the gang, the friendship so much, the sacrifices they go through, making sure you remember to live out your dreams. I'm not just watching them because they are animations, but there's messages to these things, you know? So I've been in my One Piece era and I've been loving it. And the second thing is that in August, my husband and I went to go and watch Freakier Friday. It's been decades since the first Freaky Friday came out, and that's the movie with Jamie Lee Curtis and with Lindsay Lohan. And of course, you have to watch it because of Chad Michael Murray, okay? Let's be honest, it is not the best film in the world. It's not going to win Oscars or Grammys. I don't know, maybe it will. But it is nostalgic as heck, okay? I have to tell you, I enjoyed singing, because they sang a lot of the older songs that you can find on Freaky Friday. I enjoyed singing that in the theater because it was just me and my husband and just two other random people who were far away from us. And it's just the nostalgia for me. I am gonna admit to you, I teared a little bit, and it was the nostalgia. The nostalgic era of that whole Freaky Friday franchise just makes me tear, and it was so good. And you know what? There was also Filipino representation in that movie as well, which I was like, okay, wow. So that I really appreciated. I thought that was just the cherry on top for more Asian representation in it. And it was just really nostalgic. I did not cry, I teared, but I enjoyed myself, and I enjoyed singing along to all of the music that they brought back. It was so good. And the last is my favorite part of August. And August is my husband's birthday month. And he took like almost the whole month off to hang out with me and Millie. And this was also finally the last moments at my job. I know I said that I was done with it like in June, if you watch any of my vlogs. However, they needed me to stay for personal reasons. I don't know if you'd call it personal reasons. To me, it's personal. So I stayed a little bit longer, and you know what? It was a great month because I got to spend time with some of my favorite people. I really do love my old coworkers. I think they're fantastic. I still see them and I check up on them as much as I can. We send each other memes, you know, here and there. But he stayed with me, you know, this month, and he hung out with me and Millie. We just had a good month. We went to, you know, take her around to some of her favorite places like dog spots. We were able to take her shopping, and you know, we also went shopping as well. I took him to his birthday dinner, which gave me food poisoning, by the way. But overall, it was great. Such a good month. And it was also a good month because he is going on a work trip soon, so he's been spending a lot of time with us before he has to leave, and that's really nice as well. But it also makes me realize that we take things for granted sometimes, and we really need to be able to be thankful for some of the things that our significant others do for us while they're here. You know, like for me, I'm lucky. I just take care of majority of the house. He takes care of the cars, he takes care of the outside of the house, and he does a lot for Millie. Like he does a lot of her paw washing, her, you know, nail cutting and all those things, and I don't do that as much as he does. So, you know, August really was a realization that my husband's fantastic. But that is it, guys. That is it for the August recap before my battery dies. I appreciate you guys for always checking me out, saying hi. Let me know in the comments below who you are. I'd love to know because y'all be watching, but I don't know who you guys are. So let me know. I love and appreciate you guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed, why not? Help out your girl, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.